Alright, so for this trick, I can hand the spectator the cards, and they can give them a shuffle. After they're done giving the cards a shuffle, they would hand them back to me, and I would go through and take out 2 helper cards. So, let's say, as we go through here, I take out these 2. Now, I'm going to leave them face down, but you will see these again. So now if the spectator would like to, they can give these one more shuffle. Now say, you know what? I'll show you these cards. It's actually fine. So in this case, we have the King of Diamonds and the King of Hearts. The 2 red kings, just like that. And we will leave these right on top of the box, like this. And I'll have the spectator choose any card they would like. Let's say that one. You can look at it and remember it, just like this. I would take it back and say, okay, let's go ahead and lose this somewhere into the deck. Just like this. And we will even give this a few cuts as well. So now, imagine all I have to do is riffle the deck and one card appears in between the 2 kings. How good would that be? So all I will do is just riffle and you will see one card appears in between the 2 kings. I would ask the spectator to say their card out loud for the first time. So let's say they do that right now. I would show them the 8 of clubs, and they would say yes. So now I would say, okay, let's take the 2 kings and leave them right here on the box. We'll take your 8, and you go and say stop. Right here. And you can even push it in. Now, all I have to do is give this one more riffle, a snap. You'll see there's one card in between the 2 red kings, and that should be your 8 of clubs. That is today's trick. If you would like to learn how that is done, be sure to stick around for the tutorial. But first thing is first, I actually have to give a shout out to someone. I said I would do this on my last video. Well, I never did because I forgot all about it. But this time, I said I would. So the person I'm going to give a shout out to is CardMechanic Tutorials. I'll leave his channel down below. He recently gave me a shout out in his last video, and I said I would do the same thing. Well, that's going to be this video. So I'll leave his channel down below. Go and check him out. Amazing tricks, slights, sometimes deck reviews, and package openings, giveaways at times, but overall, just really nice stuff to make your Magic even better. So go and check out his last video. I'll link that down below along with his channel. But speaking of deck reviews, I was looking through the decks and I realized I forgot. This is the deck we're going to be reviewing in this video. But I also received this deck for my birthday as well. The Black Medieval deck. I have the white version. So in the next video, I will review this. But in this video, we're going to be reviewing the Navigators. And in case you're wondering about the cards real quick, these are the Theory 11 Avengers. I have a whole deck review on this. This is actually the first deck review I did, so I will make sure to link that down below as well. So without further ado, let's get into the Navigators. So, first thing is first. Okay, so, as you can see, it has a white tuck case, has yellow on it, which is embossed or raised, and it says Navigators, okay? Has like a nice little compass. It says playing cards. It's just a really nice front design. I hope you can see that. Okay. Now, on the back, you'll see like a ship like that. I don't know what you call it. It's like the steering wheel. I don't know exactly what you call it, but this is what it is. And this is embossed as well. Has a really nice tuck sticker as well, okay? And it's also white on the outside. On the one side, it says Navigators is embossed right here. You can really feel it. And right here is embossed too, but not as well as right here. And then you can see it's white. And on the other side is actually the same thing. Right here, okay? Now on the bottom it says Theory 11, because these are from Theory 11. And the top actually has a little saying, but the tuck sticker is covering it up. I'm going to see if I can just take the sticker off just a little. Oh, darn it. Rip the sticker a little. Oh, jeez. Oh, God. Okay, well, hold on. It says, don't wait for the... Might just take this whole sticker off. Didn't want to do it, but I'm gonna have to. Okay, so it says here, don't wait for the wind to change. Adjust your sails. Okay, so let me finish taking this sticker off real quick, and then I will show you what it is. Got some, like, residue right there. Okay, I'll mess with that later. But it says, don't wait for the wind to adjust. Change your sails, okay? So right there. So this was the front of the tuck case. Now, when you open it up, you're going to see... Yeah, okay. Well, actually... Yeah, okay, forget it. I don't want to waste any more time here. So here is when you open up the tuck sticker, or not the sticker, the tuck flap right here. This is what it looks like. So sorry about wasting your time there, but I thought I could have taken the sticker off, but I guess I can't that well. So this is what the box actually looks like. And when you open it up, you're going to see a nice little embossed pattern right here. And you're going to see the two flaps are right here. Okay, so here and then here. So this is what it looks like. Now if we take these out, you're going to see... Okay, this is the inside of the box. I don't know how well you can see that, but here is the inside of the box. Get out of here. Okay, pesky mosquitoes flying around. But right here is the inside. Now, let's get into the cards themselves. So first thing I'm going to be going over is the back design. And then I'll go over what you receive for the cards themselves. Okay, so here is the back design. So it is just like the back design of the tuck case right here, okay? So that's the back design. Now, the first card you're going to receive is an ad card, and it just talks about Theory 11 right here. The next card you're going to receive is a double backer right here. So these are really nice to have. And then you're going to have two jokers just like this. And these are actually identical jokers, okay? So if you wanted to do some trick with identical jokers, right here you could do it. So now I'm going to run through the cards. Keep in mind, though, the number cards aren't going to be anything to go over. But the aces in the picture cards will be cards to go over. So I'm going to spend more time on the aces and pictures than the numbers. But as you can see, they are bigger pips, but there's nothing special about them. Here's the Jack of Diamonds, okay? So he's like a sailor or an explorer, and he has a telescope. I think you can see that right there. Okay, so that's real nice. Just a basic Jack right there. See, the reds are darker as well. Here's the King. Okay, so he's the same, except his hat is different and he's looking through the telescope. Here's the Queen. So here's like an anchor, and then she's looking right there. Here's the other Queen, okay? So she's looking, it looks like, but she has something else on her head. But she's not actually showing she's looking. Like where is it? The Queen of Hearts. Okay, so you can see how she has her hands to her head actually looking, but the Queen of Clubs does not. So hopefully you can see what I'm talking about there. So here's one of the aces. So you can see it's a nice small ace, and it's inside of something. I don't know what, but if you look inside the ace, you can see there's like a little gold circle for each of the club things. I don't know what you call those things for the clubs. But we'll keep going through. Here's the Queen of Spades. She has like a reed of some sort. Here's the King. Okay, so he has a sword. Here's the Jack of Clubs. He has like another reed, sort of. Here's the Jack again. Here's the Ace of Spades right there. You can see how nice that Ace of Spades actually looks. Here's the King of Diamonds. He's gonna like draw his sword out. The Ace of Diamonds, my favorite ace. The King of Clubs. The Queen of Diamonds. The Jack of Clubs. And last but not least, the Ace of Hearts. So that was the deck. I hope you enjoyed looking at those. So now we're actually going to get into the tutorial for how to do that trick. I actually saw this trick on the December Boys YouTube channel and Xavier Spade. So if I can find the videos for both of them, I will leave it down below. but I will leave their channels down below, okay? So, without further ado, let's get into how to do this trick. So what I have is this. I have the deck of cards and then the box. The box is optional, but it's there to have if you want. And then here's how I do it. So the spectator can name a pair of cards, or you can have any two cards you want at the beginning. You just want the spectator to not know what they are. So that's why I set them face down at the beginning. So you can either have them out, or after the deck is shuffled, you can go through and take them out, but you're going to lay them face down. So now this would be the actual trick. Deck would be shuffled, and you say, okay, let's look at what two cards I set here to help us out. And while you're gesturing to these two cards, you're going to catch a pinky break underneath the top card. So it doesn't matter if you pinky count, if you push off and pull back, or if you pick these up, you square them up as one, you put them on top of the deck. You can then either riffle up 3 cards, 1, 2, 3, or you can spread over 3 cards and come back and have your pinky under there. It doesn't matter how you do it. So now, assuming you have a break underneath the 3 cards, you're going to pick these up like this, hiding the 3rd card, okay? So a few things here. First thing is I put my middle right on top of the left corner, my ring finger in the middle, my pinky on the right. My thumb is in the back over to the left, okay? And keep in mind the kings are face up too, in case you didn't know that. I'm gonna pick these up, and my index finger will be here, but sometimes I put it on the side too, just to try to help cover up the thickness. And then you can tilt your hand down, and then I do a little to the left, just because if it's over like this, they might be able to see with their eyes. So I tilt it over to where the deck is. And I leave my pinky here, and I'm going to use my thumb and peel off and show I have the first king. You have a break. Now, keeping this as a double, this is going to be a sandwich load, which will be switched out for the selection. You're going to put this right on top and show we have 2. When I put this on top, I curl all my fingers over that king with the break, and I can lift up, okay? So now you have the card right there. So you can show we have 1 king, and then we have 2 kings. And I can leave them on the box, but if you're afraid about them splitting, another thing you can do is before you put them on the box, you can give them a little squeeze or a bend, and then put them down, okay? And you'll see that king move down a little, but it didn't show that face down card, so that's something you can do. Now, you're going to have a card selected and controlled to the top. Any way you want to is fine. But I'll go over the way I did it. So I would recommend having the card signed, but of course I'm not going to sign these. So in this case, we have the 7 of spades. All I did was a false overhand shuffle. Okay, I taught this on the channel a few times actually, and I have a video dedicated to as well, so I'll leave that down below. But face up, I'll do this. The card is on top, I hold it like this, middle ring pinky on the side, on the top here, index here, thumb is here. Keep in mind this card would be face down, but I'm going to do it face up so you can see how it works. Gonna peel off about half with my thumb, and then taking the next card, I'm gonna put that in towards me. Not too far, okay, but not too close, so just about right. And the rest of these cards are gonna be shuffled on top, lined up with this big packet here. And so I like to do some cards towards the end, coming towards me. so they can't see that break, which will be right here. Because now your thumb's going to lift up and in, and you're going to see you have a break here. And there's a few things you can do. You can continue shuffling these just like this, okay? And then throw the half on top, and the card would be on top. Or what you can do is you can lower your hand down, but tilt your hand up a little, okay, so they don't see that break card. You can push up and in, and then you can cut as many cards from the top as you want to the table until you get to this half, which is the break. They'll control it to the top. The last thing will be a double undercut, which I have a whole video on as well. So you're going to push up and in, okay? You're going to have a thumb break and then cut half here and then half here. And their card is on top. If you pushed down and in, okay, which is usually what you do for a double undercut. If you push down and in, you'll get one card on top of their selection, which you don't want. So anyway you want to get their card on top. And then I followed up with a false cut. I believe this is called the Bobby Bernard false cut. I believe I taught it before. But in case I haven't, you pick up about a quarter, 10 to 15. I throw these down. Then I pick up about half, throw that down, and then I throw the rest down. I come over to the first half I threw down, top of the second half, on top of the third half. Okay? So it looks like this. So now if I'm going to do that face down, here's what it looks like. We have a card. Let's say we lose it somewhere into the deck. I think I might have actually lost it this time. But I'll keep going and see what happens. We'll shuffle, and then we'll give it a few cuts. Okay, so at the end, the card is going to be on the top. So here's the 7, which is what we had. And it's on top. Okay, so now once it's on top, you're going to have to lead everyone's attention over to here and come up with some sort of pattern to justify a card ending up in between the two kings. So usually what I say is, okay, what if I could find your card in this packet, in this deck, but also with finding it, I make it end up in between the two red kings. Well, that would be really good because they saw their card get lost somewhere in the deck, but it's actually on top here, but you don't show them that. What you're going to do is really anything you want, but I riffle like this, and you're going to see a card is face down. Now, the worst thing you could do is turn over this packet, so don't flash it, because this is gonna make it look like their selection is actually here, okay? So what you're going to do, so we have the card on top, you're going to pick this up, and while you're showing it, you're going to catch another break underneath their card. So anyway you want to go ahead, you're then going to put these 3 cards on top and square it up. So now you have a pinky break below 4 cards, okay? So now, just like you were loading the card the first time, you're going to do that sort of action again. So you're going to pick up, but this time when you take off the king, going to turn your hand over and show the 7. So it makes it look like the 7 was there the entire time. Actually, the 5 is on top, the 7 is on the bottom. So now you're going to get rid of this card. You're going to put it down here, and this is going to be another double. So you're going to leave it right here. And I take out the king, or the indifferent card. I riffle down, they call out stop. I put it right in there. I pick up at the break. I can slide out that king. I put it down here and say, watch. Usually, magicians don't repeat the same trick 2 times in a row, but this time we will. I might push it in, riffle, and then I can show 1 card, and 1 card only is the 7 of spades. So, that was the trick. I'll go over that really quick one more time, okay? So, your 2 cards are going to be face down, and you're going to catch a break underneath the top card. You're going to put the kings on top, keeping the break. You're going to lift up on everything, and put the top king to the bottom, keeping everything square. I give it a little squeeze and put it on the box. Now they're going to take any card they want and control it to the top. Or you're going to control it to the top, okay? So they go through, they take a card, let's say the 2, they can sign it. You lose it in the deck, but you actually control it to the top. Now you say some sort of pattern to justify the card ending up in between the 2 kings. You riffle, and when I'm reaching over here, I catch a break underneath their card. I'm going to put these on top, now having a break underneath 4 cards. I pick up, and then I peel off the king. I keep a break, though. I show their selection. I peel off what they think is their selection. It's the different card, though. I put the king here, keeping a break. I riffle down. They say stop. I put in right there about halfway. I lift up on the break. I slide out that bottom card, squeeze it, put down, and then I push in their card. I riffle, and then you can show 1 card, and that is the 2 of clubs. Their selection. So, that was the trick for today. I hope you liked it. Let me know what else you want to see on the channel. Don't forget to check out CardMat tutorials. Don't forget to check out the false overhand shuffle if you want to learn that. If I can find the false cut, I'll link that down below. I will also link Xavier Spade and the December Boys channel down below. If I can find the videos, I'll link that down below. I think that's everything. If you're new here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what else you want to see. That's it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.